part for the past few years. Australia joined in the fun in 2015, and I'm pleased to say that the person who announced the results of their voting, Ricardo Goncalves, joins me now from Sydney. Thanks for joining us. It seems like Eurovision's just taking over the world.
Absolutely, and Australia is genuinely Eurovision mad. The host broadcaster, SBS, has been broadcasting the competition for more than 30 years here in Australia, and originally it was to make a connection with all the migrants that came to Australia from all over the world, especially Europe. Australia is a very multicultural country. But over the past few years, it's gained in popularity, and all of Australia is behind the competition, not just the colour and the glamour, but also the music. So that's where the connection comes from. And because the Eurovision Song Contest is all about music, diversity and inclusion, what better way to include not just Europe but the rest of the world by having Australia take part as well.
And what's the Australian entry like?
Well, it's Jessica Mauboy. Her song is called We Got Love. It's a big song about inclusion and sharing love with the world. So it's very topical in this day and age. And she really performed the song quite well this morning, only about two and a half hours ago on the stage in Lisbon. And we're pleased to say that she made it through to the final, which will be broadcast all over the world and here in Australia on Sunday morning on SBS.
So Eurovision has got a history of some quite interesting songs. Why do you think it just still endures? There's this magic about it and people love it.
Yeah, it comes back down to that diversity and inclusion, a theme, I think. I mean, there's all this colour, all this spectacle, but also you have some great music behind it. Some artists are remembered forever. And back to that Australian connection too, just because we've been in the competition for the past 3 years officially, we've actually had artists involved over the past decades. Olivia Newton-John was a competitor representing the UK in 1974. We also had an artist called Gina G who performed for the UK in the mid-90s, and an ex-talent show winner from Australia, Anja Nissen, performed for Denmark just a few years ago.
Okay, so obviously you're backing the Australian entry, but if there's any other countries you think might be in with a chance, who would they be?
Well, I need to say that I do have a Portuguese background. My family migrated to Australia from the Portuguese island of Madeira. I'm not saying that the Portuguese contender should win because as the Australian Eurovision spokesperson, I think it would be unfair to influence the Australian vote in any way, shape or form. All I'll say is I wish Jessica Mauboy all the very best.
Ricardo, fantastic speaking to you. Thank you so much.